to give away as gifts. Mr. Chow in Beverly Hills. Mr. Chow's like, I mean, you know, institution. My experience at Mr. Chow actually was in the 80s, early 80s when I was running around, not of age. But a lot of these places, I got to tell you, would serve easy peasy. In the early 80s, mid 80s, I wouldn't think twice about being served at Mr. Chow, whatever I wanted. And believe me, I availed myself. Similarly, Harry's Bar. Harry's Bar was very much the place to go to. It was kind of like a saloon or like a Playboy club without the bunnies. And again, man, I would get schnockered at this place. And I was like, well, let's just, I mean, I wasn't like, you know, I was 16-ish or 17, I don't know, whatever. But anyway, Harry's Bar was in Century City right next to the Schubert. Okay, the Cock and Bull. The Cock and Bull was a famous, tiny, very exclusive, like gentleman's club type, teeny little restaurant on Sunset Boulevard by Doheny, by Gazzari's Rock Club, by the Roxy, you know, the Roxy on Sunset. And my experience there, it was like, you know, it's so old, it's like long dead, but very, you know, very Beverly Hillsy. And I took my dad there for Father's Day when I was like, my mother gave me the money to take him there when I was like 6 years old, 7 years old or something. I'll never forget I wore my seersucker checkered blazer. Anyway, whatever. Okay, now Trader Vic's in Beverly Hills was right at the all these Beverlys. Oh my God, the Beverly Hilton at the outer edge of Beverly Hills before you hit Century City was this right at a corner. It was like this, like, you know, it was like this triangle corner where Wilshire and Santa Monica hit with fountains and everything. And it was this huge, again, sort of Polynesian restaurant, excellent food, but not like the luau. You know, it was like, I don't know it was just sparser, you know, more austere, if you can. Polynesian austere, there you go. Drive your interior designer nuts with that one, right? Okay, so then we get to Jimmy's. Jimmy's was, again, extremely expensive, very exclusive restaurant, right up the block from Beverly Hills High, which is, again, where I grew up, right across the street. So Jimmy's was up the corner, very discreet, like you would never know. It was tucked in there before you hit Century City as you're leaving Beverly Hills. Bruno and Sammy right nearby there. I know somebody famous that used to get their hair done there. And of course, you know Jimmy's. So yeah, Jimmy, who cares? Anyway, it was Jimmy who owned it. I only knew him as Jimmy through my mother. What else is new? Le Cirque in Manhattan, there's really not much, you know, I don't know, upscale person or tourist or whatever doesn't know about Le Cirque. I was there one time. I remember the dessert was heavenly. That's kind of what I remember. And then let's wrap it up with the Crazy Horse Saloon. Now, I can't talk about who I was with at the Crazy Horse Saloon. It's in Paris. I've been to places in Europe, not where you're thinking. Okay, I've not been to Maxine's and places like that. But I made it to the Crazy Horse Saloon in Paris in the early 80s. I really encourage you to Google the Crazy Horse Saloon because it was an institution going from way back. I don't know how far back. Could have been the 50s, 1960s, 60s. I don't think it went beyond that. But this place, if you took like, I don't know, the Chinese theater and like shrunk it down into this intimate cabaret. It was like it was really like the cabaret in Cabaret, but fancier. Like if that meant like, you know, the haunted house at Disneyland or something, and very tight, very exclusive, theater-ish. But you drink champagne basically. It's like, here you can have champagne or this champagne. But the performance, it was I don't want to say it was a strip joint, but it was like a billionaire strip joint. And it was so creative and so bizarre. They would go, the girls were, very frequently like with these like blonde bucket cuts, like Debbie Harry kind of thing happening, but very futuristic. And then going into like military, like soldier they would like do, and then back to this like Galaxina weirdness. Topless, they would do kind of the Cirque du Soleil kind of things, like, you know, in a martini glass or whatever. And again, unbelievable experience. I will never, of all the places that I just mentioned, I will never forget the Crazy Horse Saloon in Paris in 1982. Anyway, somewhere around there, give or take a few months. Got to watch that timeline, right? Can't get too close for comfort. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm glad you could join me on this ragtag adventure of mine, because literally it's as unscripted as it gets. I jotted that down. I went to my appointment. I came back. I'm like, oh, well, got to do a show. So there you go. Not really a Twisters, but a little bit. Okay. Anyway, I don't think I kept you too long today. I hope not. And I won't keep you with one of my mile-long goodbyes, but I am doing well today, and I'm glad you could join me, and that's about it, really. Okay, so what else is new? You will see me on some kind of clip, teaser, preview, and definitely show tomorrow. It's a grab bag for tomorrow. We'll see. Okay, take care again. Bye.